gum and walk at the same time. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Coffee with Ori. Uh, I didn't speak to you guys. Yes, it was me. I did not speak to you guys this week because it was a very busy and tiring day, and I'm looking for a meditation for today. Today's subject is when the truth sounds like a lie. And it is a very appropriate. It is very appropriate because it is. Body, mind. Sorry, guys. Raising consciousness. Okay. Meditation. And then gain through healing energy. Energetic landing pattern. Okay. So it is. It is. It is nice having you guys meet. Having you guys here. I'm sorry for this. I just want to make sure that I'm logged on and ready to go. Okay. Let me see. Let me see. I'm just waiting a couple of seconds so that this can. Well, I guess not that one then. Let me see. Full body. Let me see. Okay. Well, welcome to the show, and I apologize for these delays. I was just trying to find the right meditation for today. I know my hairs are all over the place, but it is growing. And for those people who want to know how I grow my hair so fast, it's a concoction that I made, boiling rosemary, a hand of cloves, spiced cloves, uh, like a handful of rosemary, dried rosemary, coffee grinds. Just take a tablespoon or two of coffee, a little bit of aloe vera, and I put a couple of drops of peppermint oil because I just like the tingling. And you just put it in a shampoo bottle, and you mix it well, and you put it in your hair, and you wash it off. But then your hair grows really, really, really fast. So I just thought I'd let you know for people. Hello, Miss Sadia, and welcome to the show. Niete, welcome to the show, my brother. This is the show where the truth sounds like a lie. That is what today's subject. Oh, I do remind you of that Dragon Ball Guardian. Thank you. Okay, what the subject speaks for itself, which is when the truth sounds like a lie. Many people, when confronted with the truth, they kind of get upset and they get offended by the things that you say to them. And it is not that it's a lie what you're telling them. It's the opposite. It's that it is the truth. But in their minds, for some odd reason or another, they can't comprehend that what you're trying to do is tell them the truth. You're not trying to kill them with kindness, and you're not trying to fill their bucket with more bullshit. What you're doing is you're being honest, and you're letting them know what is happening. And if they're a fair weather friend, you're letting them know, look, you need to change your ways, da da da. But the thing that a lot of us don't understand is that people in this world live very angrily. I don't know if that's the word, but I could say angry, but I like angrily better. And they live with this immense turmoil that's within themselves because they yet have not been able to, one, control what they're going through, two, they can't control the vibration that they're emanating at. So therefore, because they can't control it, they can't understand it. And because they can't understand it, they look at you like you're the one that's crazy or you're the one that's off. But in reality, it has nothing to do with you. You continue to tell your truth. But I just want you to understand that sometimes you have to be careful in how you approach people, because no matter how soft you try to approach people or how kind you want to be to people, people can misconstrue your intent and think that you're either envious of them or jealous of them or you're being hypocritical of them, and you're the one that's insecure. But in reality, it's their own mirror image that they see in the truth that makes them feel like you're attacking them, when in reality you're not even attacking them. You just want them to understand that you really see through them, and that you don't you want them to see that what they're spewing out of their mouths is not true. Yeah. I'm glad you agree, Sadia, because you know that we know a lot of people like that you try to tell the truth to, and then they get offensive. It's like when you walk into a room, some people walk into a room and they automatically are assuming, or they want people to either like them or appreciate them or understand them. But the reality is not, it should not be your insecurity of when you walk in a room if people like you. It should be your strength, asking yourself, do you like any of them? So it's like telling yourself the truth. And maybe you may not want to accept it because of the reason of many reasons, but you may not want to accept it because it can be something that can be mind blowing to you, because there are a lot of people that walk around life being bitter, and they don't even know why they're bitter. They have no reason to be bitter. They have no problems, or let's just say we all have problems, but they have no reason to be bitter, and they have no reason of why they should take it out on you. But the problem is that who are they going to take it out on? Themselves? It's not it's not going to look any which way to them, because again, the truth, although it should set you free, the truth sounds like a lie to many people. You can tell them this, that, and the third, and at the end of the day, they're only going to take what they choose. It's like being a cafeteria Catholic. You only take from scripture what is convenient for you to take. You don't take it all. You only take what's convenient. So at the end of the day, you're not really doing much. You're just reading scriptures, taking a little bit of here, taking a little bit of there, and then pushing the rest aside. And that is not a good place to be, nor is that a good thing. So, with that being said, we have to look at things. We have to not just look at them, we have to continuously be in the mindset of favoring yourself. You know, I'm in my favor, um, because I am obedient and I am following the process, and I know that there is a process, and I have to accept the process. And yes, I may be this and I may be that. There's nothing more wonderful, people, than knowing your own flaws and knowing what your flaws are. I have like 10,000 flaws, and I know what each and every one of them are. And not saying that I'm proud of them, but I do acknowledge the fact that when I'm wrong. And when I have to say to people the truth, I know people can't stand it because when I open my mouth, it's not what they expect. You know, sometimes people think that I'm going to take their side and I'm going to talk to them, and I'm not going to talk, that I'm going to talk to them. I'm not going to talk at them, but I'm going to talk at them, especially if I know that they're full of shit or they're lying. So, with that being said, the truth becomes a lie. Although it's not a lie, it becomes a lie. And it becomes a great big lie because the person is constantly going to put airs on to try to prove that you're wrong when in reality you know and they know that you're right. So there are a lot of interesting things in lies, and lies can never be misconstrued as being truth, but truth can be misconstrued as being lies. And it has a lot to do with your delivery, because sometimes people, instead of delivering the message as spirit is giving it to them, people relate the message the way they want to relay it because they feel that it's comfortable for them to do that with that person, when in reality sometimes the best thing to do is pull. Flaws is well built. I don't think I've met all of them yet. Well, I've met all my flaws and I've met all my 21 personalities. So it's all good. You know, we may not always know our flaws. We may not even know sometimes that we have them, or or that we say things that we shouldn't say because we just say it. But at the end of the day, like I said, you know, the world is turning into mush. People are ridiculous, and the situations in life are worse. And you know, we keep going down this rabbit hole, and it just seems like it doesn't end. You know, so don't be one of those people that go down a rabbit hole, because at the end of the day, you will not come out feeling like a good person, because you're always going to try to be convincing people that what somebody else is saying is a lie and what they're saying is the truth. That's not always the case, because at the end of the day, I've met a lot of people, a lot, that try to say things to help or tries to say things that will make you feel better. And in between all of that, they're lying, not because they want to save you, but because they want to show face and they want to save face in society's realm. You know, it's not that easy to always be honest. But if you are truthful enough to be honest, it starts with you first. It doesn't start with anyone else. So you have to continue to hold on to knowledge. You have to be willing to understand that what is being said is not to hurt you or destroy you. It is to simply make you stronger than what you are. So, you know, there are a lot of great things and there are a lot of great challenges that come with these things. But the one thing that I can tell you is that I know for a fact that no matter what challenges you go through, you always have to keep everything real, keep everything 100, and tell the truth. No matter what, no matter how they feel, no matter if it hurts you, no matter if it hurts them. You can't worry about what they're going through or what they're feeling. You have to worry about what you're going through and what you're feeling at that moment. And always speak clearly and speak your mind, because it is the most important thing to do. Now, there's so many different things happening around everyone that even in your own family, when you try to tell them that they're wrong, they will fight you tooth and nail, but yet they know they're wrong. But they will fight you tooth and nail. And at the same time, they, even though they may acknowledge where their flaws lay, they will act like there is no flaws, and they will act as if you guys are family, but it doesn't really mean anything. Well, family means a lot. Not all of us have the leisure to be around our family uh, because of A, B, and C. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is that you're okay. Santo, honey, how are you, Jeanette? Welcome to the show. So when you tell someone the truth about themselves and they think that you're lying to them, don't become a liar. Don't tell someone a truth and then take it back, because that's when the truth becomes a lie. If you tell someone, I can't be with you anymore, and then you sleep with them, what are you doing? Nothing. You're lying to yourself. So you're starting this vicious cycle that can become worse than what you have or what you have had. So always try to keep yourself honest with people. Always let people know when they say something about you. You let them know that you have feelings and that what was said bothered you and you wanted to nip it in the bud. But understand that not everybody feels that way. And no matter what you say to people, whether it's family or friends that you've known for a long time, they're always going to make excuses about um, about situations. Like if you tell someone, don't take money from this person, and the person does, what happens is they feel like you start to feel like as if you were indebted to them. But in reality, if the person offered you money, the person is not giving. It's you're asking them. You're not telling them, can I borrow? You're saying, can I have? See, I don't borrow money. I just, when I need something, I ask, can I have? And also when I've been in bad situations, like, not no fault of mine, because I can't take responsibility for when companies take money out of your account just for the hell of it. So you have to understand that we all go through this stuff and we go full circle. Let me get some water. I drank too much coffee today, guys. So today is not coffee with Ori. Ori drinking coffee. I'm going to be drinking water. Water, because that is what I am in the mood to drink, is water. So, guys, does anyone have like a little synopsis of what they understand the truth to be, to seem like the lie? Can anyone write in, please? I know you're there. Somebody write something. Something that has happened to you that is you telling the truth and them thinking that you're lying. I guess not. I got a bunch of dense people. I don't know what's going on with you. Oh, wait. Jetta, do you have a quick something about when you tell people, Jeanette, I told someone that I love them, but not in love with them? And how did they take it? Like you didn't even love them, right? At all. Am I right or wrong? I think sometimes people misconstrue or misunderstand the difference between loving and being in love. So I told some people the truth about themselves, and they called me a liar because they can't handle the truth about themselves. Exactly. That is the problem. That is when the truth becomes to them becomes a lie. They think that you're making it up because you may think that they may think that you think you're better than them. When in reality, you might not be better than anyone, but you are better than most. I mean, I live my life that way. I spoke to someone and I said certain things, and I did once. The rest was when I told them, and then they got upset. Well, you know what? Yeah, the one thing I can tell you about a lot of humans are not wrapped too tight. And unfortunately, a lot of humans that you deal with, especially in my parents' generation, they've lived a lie. You know, they would date someone and they would say, "Oh, that's your uncle so and so." No, that ain't your uncle. That's the man that you're sleeping with. That's not my uncle. You know, so when you tell them that, automatically you're wrong for opening up your mouth because you're talking to them and they are embarrassed. And yet they need to be embarrassed because at the end of the day, how are you going to date someone and say, "Oh, well, that's your uncle. Oh, so you're dating my uncle." That's nasty. So at the end of the day, these are the things that actually make life impossible. You know, there are people that there'll be men who will beat the shit out of women, and women feel trapped, and then all of a sudden, when women bring it up to them, they're like, "No, you don't understand what's going on. You don't understand what's going on with me. You don't understand what's happening. You know, it's something for you that you can't even comprehend what I'm going through." You know what? Bullshit. At the end of the day, a man who puts his hands on a woman is not a man, and a woman who takes a man putting a hand on her is a fool. And I'm not candy coating it. So this truth may not seem like a truth to you, but it is my truth because I have a mother and I have sisters and I have nieces. So I know what I would not want for them. But some women feel that it is okay to be abused by a man as long as they can keep the man. Or the man has issues and I gotta help him because he's going through so much. Yeah, but what about you? What about you? You're not going through anything? You're just dealing with the bullshit? Question. People have anger issues are people who can't handle their vibration. You're right. And I said that earlier. When people cannot handle their vibration, they get frustrated. And frustration leads to sadness, and sadness leads to bitterness, and bitterness leads to shadiness. And then people just be talking just to talk. So when you bring it up to them and you try to help them, then all of a sudden what you've said is all bullshit. Yeah, I know that it was a question. I didn't read it like that, but yeah, sorry, you're right. That it is true. Um, and that's what I was saying. Most people can be fucked up, and excuse my language, but they can be. And you don't have to walk through life honestly giving a shit because you really don't. But you can't walk through life being phony. You have to go through life being honest and keeping yourself focused on the truth because it's not about setting them free. It's about setting yourself free. So you set yourself free from all the bullshit and all the drama and everything. Children sometimes you tell them things and they think that you're lying to them because they don't want to accept that what they're doing is wrong. And the one thing that you can do that you should not do is keep the truth from your children or from people that you care about. Lies. Now, you call it lies. I call it deception. Some people call it potato. Some people call it potato. It doesn't matter. You know, it all deals to the same thing. It eventually will trigger down to depression, and from depression, anger, from anger, sadness, from sadness, bitterness to nastiness, and lies. And then on top of more lies. You know, some people that want you to believe that their life is very pristine and everything that they have the best of everything. And that's not always so. You know, you can buy yourself a good suit at the Salvation Army and wear it, and people can notice it's a great suit. Or even if you go to a consignment shop, you can buy yourself a name brand suit, and they're like, "Oh, this one got money because they have they have they're wearing this kind of suit." At the end of the day, the suit doesn't make you. You make the suit. So they're not complimenting the designer of the suit. They're complimenting you because they see that you tell the truth. But on any good day, they won't acknowledge you. They won't. Because no matter what you do and you say to people, it is never going to be what they want to hear. People want you to lie to them. It's like something that's embedded or embedded in them. They want to. They're so used to the drama and the lies that they want you to lie. False images, exactly. It's like people who have threesomes or have foursomes, and that is their pattern. I'm not like so much because I speak much. You weren't put on this planet to be liked by everyone. So at the end of the day, those who like you will like you for you, and those who don't, well, that's on them. You know, let them eat cake. That's all you can do. Let them eat cake and let them continue on their road of happiness if they can truly find happiness, because that is another key. Misery loves company, and it is real. Misery, people who are miserable love to have friends and new people who don't know them and who don't realize how really shitty they are. So they pull away from everybody and they pretend. They pretend to smile in your face, but at the end of the day, you know that they're phony. They're worse than a $3 bill. So you have to keep yourself focused all the time. So when you tell people things that are true about them, understand that it's not always going to go well. There are people who are very receptive to this, but then there are people who don't really give a shit. So you have to be careful on what you say and think about what you're saying and the person you're dealing with, and ask yourself, can this person give me what I need? And if the answer is no, then you need to walk away. You don't need to stay. Yeah, you're right. Some people do walk in drama. Some people walk in drama, and sometimes they want to drag you into their drama. And that's something that you have to control. Not them, you. You have to control that people don't stay, excuse me, in your mind and in your thoughts after you walk away from them. You know, you have to make sure that you're walking away from people who, no matter how many times you try to explain something, they're going to do things their way because they believe that their way is the best way. And it may be for them, but it doesn't mean that it is. So you really have to think about what's happening around you and decide what exactly it is it that you are searching for that has made you so bitter and angry. And that's very simple. So you have to make sure that when things are done and things are said, that you know exactly what you're going to say. You're not going to take it back and you're going to move full steam ahead because you're like, I've already said it. I'm not going to repeat it. You don't like it, but that's not my problem. And that's what you have to say because at the end of the day, I would say 97.8% of the time, people that tell you the truth are only telling you the truth because they have your best interest. They're not trying to destroy you or bring you down at all. They just want you to understand that what they're saying is valid, you know. But what they say, what you say are two different things. You can defend yourself by saying certain things, but you're not going to be well received because automatically they're going to think the worst. And they don't realize that by thinking the worst, it's not going or it's not going to be the way you want it to be. The outcome is not going to be the same. The outcome is always going to be different. And the definition of crazy is doing things, in many different. You try to do many things in many different ways, expecting a different result when in reality, or the same result. In reality, everyone has their own mind, and some minds are stronger than others. At the end of the day, you have the ability to create yourself over and over and over again, and then just move forward because that is important. Very, very, very important for you to do that. So I think that there's a lot of confusion in the air, in the winds, and I just think that somehow things get trapped and things get messed up in the translation. So it's just a matter of trying to understand the person before you open your mouth, not just open your mouth and say something and it's empty words. It's not like that. So when you tell someone that you love them, mean it. But if you tell someone that you don't love them, that you're not in love with them anymore, the person needs to accept the fact that you are no longer in love and that you are about to create a new journey for yourself that doesn't include people, that it only includes you. And that can also be healing, but it can also be a trap. So that's why you have to make sure that the agencies you guys go to, it's a decent neighborhood. That great things come, and that great things will continue to come. Now, the negativity that situation carries is very deep, and the position that puts you in is also very deep because sometimes you don't know why you're in that position, and you're trying to figure out what did I do, or what am I doing, or what am I going to do, or whatever situation you're put in, you have to be strong enough to walk away from it, especially if it's toxic. I think that it is important that you continue to tell people the truth about how you feel about things. Don't candy coat it and don't wait. Because if you say something to me or I say something about you and it's not what you want to hear, and I say it, you have to be able to keep that. You have to be able to understand that no one is trying to hurt you in any way. People are just trying to make you understand that you're filled with lies, that you're a liar. So, no, the truth doesn't always come out smelling like roses. Sometimes the truth, um, it is a big lie. It's not always that it's not a lie. Sometimes the truth is a big lie. But you need to learn to differentiate between these lies and reality and what you're going through, because that is important. The rest is not important. The rest doesn't matter. Does anyone have any questions? I'm sorry, guys. I'm just tired. I'm exhausted. Well, if you have no questions, just the truth, even everything around you is a, yeah, I know that one too. But I'm going to put on this meditation. I want you guys to take a deep breath, as deep as you can, and I want you to release it slowly. Again, breathe in. And release everything. And you will see how changes will begin. Yeah. And it is that simple. I'm going to put on this meditation. This meditation right here, it's an angel meditation. And it's going to help. This meditation is to cleanse your mind and everything that's bothering you, everything that's there, everything that you kept inside and you continuously keep inside. This is what this meditation is about. So it's an angel meditation, but it brings happiness and goodness. So just keep listening to it. I'll be back. For you guys who haven't fallen asleep, take a deep breath, as deep as you can go, and then release it slowly, as deep as you can go. Release the energy from your stomach. So, excuse me. So you take a deep breath, as deep as you can go, and then you release it. And then put yourself back and releasing headaches and bad vibrations that are around you and negativity that does nothing for you but cause problems. Release all the toxicity that causes nothing but pain and grief. And let the spirits, angels, and guides take away the pain and the sorrow because it is important. remember, guys, today's subject was when the truth seems like a lie. I hope you're enjoying this meditation. I will be sending it to everyone. Now take a deep breath, count to 10 and release it, and open your eyes. Dr. D, maybe you may want to talk about a little bit about this this topic. Hello, Dr. D. Are you there, my dear? Well, I will talk about this topic because I just think that it is so important that we keep ourselves focused in everything that we do and that we keep moving forward by keeping ourselves truthful. It is important that we see how everything is unfolding right before our eyes, and we need to acknowledge that it is something hold on a second. You're welcome, Saya. I'm going to let this play out a little bit lower. Never, I want you guys to remember one thing. Never feel bad when you tell someone the truth and they get upset when you tell them the truth, because it just shows you that they can't handle the truth. And sometimes there are people that we socialize with that they have spent the latter part of the year just lying. And when you catch them in the lie and you tell them, they look at you as if you were an alien. But it's not. As long as you have dialogue with people and you speak your truth, it doesn't matter if they think that it's a lie. It doesn't matter if they feel that you're trying to hurt them. It doesn't matter if they feel that you were cruel or mean. That, I'm sure, was not your intention. So if you go through things like that, don't put yourself in the state where you're going to be worried or concerned about what people's opinions are or the people's opinions are going to be, because opinions are like assholes. Every single one of us has one. I don't think we need another one. So you have to keep yourself healthy mentally, physically, emotionally, and financially. Things will creep up slowly. Not going to be perfect. It's not going to be strong. It's not going to be a certain way. It's just going to be the way that it's supposed to be. And that is it. You know, people are going to react some funny way. Some people are going to react a different way. But it really doesn't matter how people react. The only thing that matters is how you react after you have spoken your truth. If you are able to let go of the truth and move forward. And I believe that we are all capable of managing truth. So when you manage the truth, everything, and I mean everything, will change, because you're always going to keep it real, and that's all you have to do. So I bid you people, my people, farewell. You will see me at the regular time on Monday, and I'm asking Dr. D to go to commercial because we haven't had a commercial. It was a pleasure. Happy Monday. Well, happy not Monday, but happy Wednesday. It was hump day, so tomorrow will be an even better day, and Friday will be even a more spectacular day, and Saturday will be even more, and Sunday will be even more, and then we begin again. But I wish you light and love like I always do. Namaste. Live happy, live well, live your truth, and just keep moving forward. Don't allow people to get under your skin where you're going to have to lie to them about themselves, when in reality, you owe it to yourself to be honest at all times. Dr. D, if you're hearing me, commercial, please. Good night. Good night. She's probably watching her anime. I mean, not anime. Her Japanese novelas.
No, I'm not.
Oh yeah.
I'm packing, smarty pants. I
Yeah,
couldn't
yeah.
remember. I have a cast on my foot. I can't run that
Oh,
fast.
that's right. That's right. Well, anyway, I'm gonna leave you so you can do commercial, and I will speak to you tomorrow. Light and love to all of you. Blessings to all of you. Hugs and kisses to all of you. And I wish you nothing but the very best.
So come on, hurry up.